put in here. So walking squats will start kneeling, like so. For 30 seconds, you'll probably try to do one side from the kneeling position, so left thigh up or right thigh up. And now 30 seconds, I'll call it, unless you're doing the alternated, so one side first and then the other. Let's go. So, same principle as with any squat that we do, we will bring the knee up, and when we at the bottom of the squat, we aim for the weight to shift to the heel and trunk to stay upright, so we can get more depth. That's halfway now. So if you were starting with one thigh forward first, then you're going to swap to the other thigh. Okay, in about 15 seconds, we'll go into the pike reach. So you're going to have a downward dog sit up and bring one hand up at the time. So that's in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So up there, and then just that. If you feel that this is too easy, then simply do the press as well as the reach. But remember to work on the shape. We're aiming for little flexion in the spine, sort of neutral position. That's halfway. Keep going. My first Cantaps t-shirt, maybe I was a bit bigger. 5 more seconds. And let's stand up. We're going to do the knee high lunge and the groiner all combined. So here we go. Stability first, high knee, lunge, and then the groiner, return. And let's do that one side for 30 seconds. Very good. The other side, so 30 seconds done. Much easier on this side for me. Another 10 seconds, and we'll go into the side plank and hold. Very good, that's done. Let's go down to one side. And the hold is for one leg to stay in abduction if you can. If you can't, just keep them together for 30 seconds. Good work. Keep the shoulders and the hips square. Swap sides. Another 5 seconds and we'll stand up and do the high knee to reverse lunge. Okay, let's go up. So least stable side, brace the core, and then step backwards. High knee, step backwards. You can use hands for coordination. Whoa, I've got bigger, thicker mat, and that makes it much more challenging for my foot. Look at this. The arch wants to collapse. Intrinsic muscles, deep muscles of the foot, as well as my hip muscles of the core and are all challenged. So that's halfway, by the way, and swap sides. Obviously a little bit easier if you are on your more stable, more dominant side. Five more seconds. Very good, that's done. I believe it's inchworm press up next. So we're gonna walk out and then do the press and then come back up with the straight arms, a little bit wider stand, and then always think about the hinging point. Is it coming from your lower back? Do you really want to flex your lower back in order to get to the floor, in order to get to the good catch position, or do you want to hinge from the hip and then at the same time be able to get to a nice clear position at the catch, and an ability to recruit your muscles such as your core? That's done. Got plank extension and abduction. So on the floor, onto the elbows, we'll lift the leg and abduct, lift and abduct. So, or to the side. No one's abducting my legs today, that's for sure. Right, so extension, brace the core, don't go too high. Relax your shoulders. That's over halfway. I always say about the planks, make them entertaining, make them hard enough, rather than just hold for 60 seconds. It's just a bit boring. Everything works hard here. Your glutes, your core, lats, your stabilizing shoulder muscles, all of that, super important to be conditioned for the rowing. Done. You've got the reverse crunch now. So hands under the thumb where you need to, extend fully legs and lift up on the return. Equally, if you don't get any tension in your lower back, not arching the lower back, then you can easily put your hands to the side of the body rather than keeping it on the sacrum. That's going to make it slightly harder. Another way to make this hard is by bringing the chin to the chest. 5 more seconds. Very good. Let's go into the mountain climber with rotation. So last 2 exercises of this set. Flexion, rotation, and slight dip. But try not to bend the elbow too much. Flexion, rotation. Really feel it in my arms today. Or maybe a lack of circuits with cantaps, and I have to pay now, thinking I can get away with just 1 session a week. Now 3, 2, 1. Let's go for the last exercise, which is jumping lunges. Opposite hand and leg. Light on the feet. And keep alternating. Midfoot to the heel, loading. And explore the outputs. So there's enough time for you to shuffle the legs. Very good. 20 seconds to go. Straight home, 10 seconds and then a minute rest after. And done. Perfect. Enjoy that bit of rest. That's set one done.